Yo, friends of Patreon, how are you? Mark Striegel checking in here from the Northeast, New Jersey. We got clobbered with like a bunch of snow, about 2 feet. I don't know if you can see it, which I know some of you guys are like, oh, we get that all the time. But yeah, here that's kind of a rarity. This has definitely been the biggest snowstorm of the last, I'd say 2 or 3 years. So yeah, just turn on some lights here. So yeah, I wanted to fill you guys in on everything that's happening. The upper tier folks. I got my dog Pearly here, who is it's almost feeding time, so she follows me around until I feed her. It starts at around 5 and she continues to follow me around until 6, at which point she gets her dinner. So we are posting a new episode in the morning, Tuesday morning. Today is Monday evening, and it's a cool episode. I hope you enjoy it. The guests are a guy from Type O Negative, Kenny Hickey. Remember Type O Negative? I was really into the Bloody Kisses record, like when I was in my 20s. Man, a big album for me, actually. Vivid memories of listening to that. And it was a different sound. I've never really heard anything quite like it. Yeah, so he's on the podcast. You know, the interview's in the can. It'll be posted in the morning. And then a good conversation with James Durbin, who we talk some metal, we talk some Chris Jericho, we talk some, Judas Priest and stuff. And I'm still editing that interview. It's just about finished. When I say edit the interviews, just so you guys know, a lot of times I pull out my stutters. If I go, I'll pull those out. Not all the time. If I can keep it sounding natural, I do kind of clean myself up. I rarely clean up the person I'm talking to, although I did already. I'm about halfway through the James Durbin interview, clean him up a little bit. So that's basically what I do. I process it. I try to get it to sound as good as it can. So that is two interviews. And then Emily is the third interview. She's not even really an interview. She just kind of hangs with me as I'm talking about Black Sabbath and stuff, heaven and hell. So there you go. That'll be posted in the morning. I believe it's the 908th episode of Talking Metal, which is mind-blowing. It's 5:24 here on the East Coast. We're going to do breakfast for dinner. You ever do that? Bacon, pancakes. Why not? It's a snow day, right? And the kids are still doing their virtual schooling, but they canceled school for tomorrow, even though they don't even have to go to school. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a snow day. But I'd rather have them, learning instead of playing video games all day. But that's that. And tonight, Monday night, I do Jeff Pilson's yoga/meditation class, which is great fun, man. I mean, you got Jeff Pilson there doing some yoga with you. Nothing too crazy. I mean, you don't have to be like in good shape to do it or anything. And then he does a little, maybe like 10 minutes of yoga and then like a 20-minute like meditation thing. And he talks to you. He's very inspirational and love his energy. And he and his wife and possibly even his daughter is involved in a yoga studio that they have, I believe, out in Santa Clara, I think it's called, California. I looked it up on the map. It appears that it's like north of Los Angeles. So it's great, man. And they're $20. The class is $20 and it's well worth it. I can't afford to do it every week, but I've been doing it every other week. And I highly recommend it. There's some Talking Metal listener who is doing it now. So there you go. That's kind of my update. And I guess I better get ready to feed the dog, huh? My neighbor's out there with here comes the other dog. Otis, what do you got? He's actually not supposed to be out of the kitchen because he's still kind of working on the housebreaking thing. I better go, guys. Odie,